Yo, what's up guys? Today's June 23rd. It's in the morning, it's like 7 a.m. right now. I'm gonna go on my way to ETH WATERLOO. It's gonna be the second hackathon I attend as a hacker. I formed a team well before the actual event. So I have an idea of what we wanna build, who we're gonna build it with, the prizes we're gonna go after. First time I went, it was just like, I didn't have any idea. The first day I got there, I just found a team and then we made an idea on the spot. So very much more prepared this time, but it's in Waterloo, so it'll be a nice city. And I'll see you guys there in a bit. Peace. All right, I just got to Waterloo. I got here too early, so I gotta wait like 3 hours before I can actually log in. So I gotta kill 3 hours. Right now I'm walking to the Airbnb, but this is what the town looks like. It's pretty chill. There's a lot of greenery. Seems pretty laid back. There's not like there wasn't that many people hanging around near the school, but all right, so it's starting to rain, but they just opened up the registration, so I'm gonna get in line and show you guys how big the line is so far. But it's gonna be raining all weekend, so that kind of sucks. All right guys, let me show you what it's like here at the hackathon. This is the whole hacking area where everyone's going to be hacking together. Some drinks. Filming.
Okay, yeah, so you download the app. So this will allow you to download the app, and it's basically
Back in 2013, the main pitch for why you're supposed to accept Bitcoin instead of accepting credit cards is like, well, you know.
What's up guys, I'm back at the Airbnb. One of our team members didn't show up, so we kind of had to come up with a new idea on the fly. I'm really excited about our project. I think it's probably one of the most like chill ones that a lot of other ideas seem to be working on, like, you know, tools and infrastructure, like complicated AI stuff and blockchain. Ours is pretty just for fun. I hope it'll be okay to present. I think people will understand it pretty easily. I'm gonna go back to the hacker house and show you guys what's there. A lot of the food, like they provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but then in between there's lots of snacks. Honestly, it's like candy bars, chocolate chips, like regular chips, soda, a lot of like junk food. So I highly recommend you bring your toothbrush when you come to these things. And if you don't like that food, then probably bring your own. Also, the Wi-Fi sucks. It's pretty spotty, so it's good to have a solution for that. And I really like Waterloo. I think it's a really nice city. And it's really important also when you come through these things that you stay at an Airbnb. Don't sleep in the hackathon place itself, because you get the worst sleep of your life. This is the hackathon at night.
Okay, do it for now, and then like if we can, we'll come back to it, or we'll just kind of.
Let's see the camera code.
okay. Can you guys give me your email address?
Oh, also, if you guys want to see what our project was actually about, I'll leave a full link to the pitch deck below. But essentially, what we made was like a Mario Kart type of racing game, but we used the nouns characters instead of Mario Kart characters, of course. And then we used the ape coin as an in-game currency for the idea. so that you could use it as a prize currency. You could use it to power in-game items, in-game purchases, power-ups, that kind of stuff. Oh, what's up? The last Sunday morning, I just submitted our video, our like demo of the project on the Ethereum website for the hackathon. I almost missed it by like a second. So I just like speed ran it, and luckily I made the submission deadline. Yeah, that's been the experience so far. Now I'm gonna head back to the auditorium and meet up with my team, and then we're gonna see what the judges say, and yeah. And then the biggest use case we use for it is in the advanced version of the game. It'll be a multiplayer mode, so say there's like finalists, 5 players. Each of you are required to. So I forgot to record this part when I was actually there. After we presented to the general judges, we presented to each of the sponsors. So because we were going after the ApeCoin sponsor, best integration of the ApeCoin, and also to Nouns for best use of Nouns artwork, you're supposed to do that afterwards and like pitch to those individual sponsors. I didn't record that part, but that's what happens after we pitched in front of the general judges.
The only
Trezor Wallet or email me.
And then after we did all of our pitching, one of my teammates had to leave early, and then I had to leave pretty early as well. We didn't stick around to see if we actually won or not. Some of my other teammates stayed, and yeah, it turns out at the announcements we actually did win the $3,000 grand prize of the best integration of ApeCoin. So that was awesome, but I didn't actually get to see it happen on stage. I guess in conclusion, like it was a really fun experience. I got to, you know, project manage and lead the whole team that was with me, the whole group of 5 of us. I felt like I kept the team on track, working on like important stuff, not getting bogged down in the details, making sure that we qualified for the sponsorship to win the prize. That was kind of my main focus. Like you really only get like 36 hours because, you know, the other time you're like eating or sleeping or like, you know, just checking out event stuff. So it's really not that much time you have to build. If you've never been to a hackathon or attended one, then I really recommend that you just go and try to join one, even as a hacker yourself, even if you're not a coder, because a lot of these groups need people with like strong graphic design skills, or like even if you can make a really good presentation and you like can communicate really well, then that's really needed for most of these groups. People with like the soft skills, those are really needed in these hackathons, I feel. Especially someone who can keep the team on track and like make sure that you have a simple idea that's understandable and that uses the sponsorships really well. So yeah, that was my experience. There is going to be another ETH Toronto in August. I'll leave the link to register for that below. It's completely free. One, get an Airbnb. Don't try to sleep at these hackathons because you'll have the worst sleep of your life. Like the lights are so loud and you hear other teams talking. There's people like laughing and talking until like 4 a.m. So it's really hard to get a good sleep. You're probably most likely gonna sleep on the floor or like on a very thin mat. So it's super crappy sleep. The Airbnb is totally worth it. Second tip is have someone on your team working on constantly updating your submission. So when you have a team and you're building a project idea, you have to submit it on the official website, like the team name, what it's about, a one-liner description, your logo, screenshots of the idea, what sponsors you're using, how you're using them. So there's a bunch of like information you have to fill out. It's really important that you don't do that on the last day because you have to submit it by 9 a.m. sharp. And if you don't submit it, then your idea isn't gonna get qualified to be judged and for the sponsor prizes. Third tip is bring a toothbrush because the food that they serve at these events is basically just junk food. So bring a toothbrush to brush off all that plaque and sugar. Tip number 4 would be to have an idea that you can communicate very easily. So a lot of the projects that get pitched here are super technical in nature. So they'll be like, you know, abstracting wallets and NFTs into the ERC 6551 token standard. And like nobody really understands what that is. So when you have your pitch deck ready to submit and your presentation and everything, try to keep the language very concise and simple and have visual examples if you can. Because not all the judges are technical, so you have to keep that in mind and you have to impress the judges to get the prize money. Another tip would be to have someone on the team making sure that everyone's doing stuff on schedule. because it's really easy to get bogged down by details and like think about your logo or think about the font or think about the coloring. You know, where should this button go? And that you're only working on the important stuff, the bare minimum that you need to present this idea. So that's really important as well. So again, having someone that's kind of like your project manager, working on the pitch deck, working on the way it's going to be communicated, the idea, that's all really important stuff. Yeah, make sure you also read the qualification requirements for each sponsor, because each sponsor will have a different requirement for how you're supposed to integrate with their project or with their product. So make sure you're following the requirements so that you have the best chance at winning the prize money. The thing that they don't really talk about is the prize money is given like 3 weeks later. Like you don't get it that same day. Your projects win that same day, but you don't get paid until like 3-4 weeks out. So yeah. All right guys, that's it for today's video. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach out to me on Twitter or drop a comment as well, but I'm more active on Twitter. If you've never been to a hackathon, like I said, it's a really good experience, especially if you're not from a technical background. I think people with non-traditional backgrounds in tech actually make a more interesting team. It makes for an interesting project, and these things are completely free. You have a chance at winning money. Just follow my tips. So, you know, it's pretty fun all in all. But yeah, I'll probably be going to ETH Toronto. So if you guys are thinking of going, then drop a comment. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Peace.